So a lot of people are discussing if it's appropriate to teach young children LGBT issues in school, which to me sometimes comes across as, should we teach our kids that gay people exist? For me, the answer is an obvious yes for so many reasons. So here are my thoughts on some of the main arguments used against this.
Learning about LGBT people might turn my kid gay.
You ever met a gay person? We're not contagious. You can't catch the gay. Learning about gay people will not turn your kid gay in the same way that learning about the life cycle of a frog will not turn your kid into a tadpole. It's inappropriate to teach kids about sex. This I agree with. Kids don't need to learn about sex at a young age. However, this argument is constantly used to promote the harmful stereotype that being LGBT+ is just some sort of fetish. Why is it deemed fine to show a heterosexual romance to children, but a gay couple is seen as sexual and therefore is inappropriate? We're not trying to force gay relationships on kids. All we're asking is that sometimes in class, a mummy and mummy relationship might be referenced to, as opposed to constantly a mummy and daddy relationship. By doing this, it will normalize LGBT relationships with kids who are unfamiliar with them, and will hopefully reduce the bullying of kids who do have same-sex parents or relatives. This will just confuse the kids. Will it really though? Kids are really smart and full of love and understanding, so hiding the fact that gay people exist is, in my opinion, more likely to confuse them. By making children aware at a young age that these couples exist, I think there will be a lot less confusion when they see a family dynamic that's different to their own. Kids are smart. If they can wrap their heads around the 7 times table, then they should find this easy. It can't be denied that homophobia is still a massive problem globally, as it was found that 1 in 8 LGBT people aged 18 to 24 said they'd attempted to take their own life in the past year. I really believe if more people had been taught from a young age that same-sex relationships are valid, then perhaps there wouldn't be so much hatred. Not only that, but when kids grow up and begin to question their sexuality, and all they've ever known is heterosexual relationships, that's when they can begin to hate themselves. Teaching children about LGBT issues could not only do wonders for creating tolerance and acceptance, but it could also help those children in the future learn to love and accept themselves. We need to stop pretending to our children that LGBTQ+ people don't exist, like they're some kind of monster under the bed or something. By doing this, we're only creating confusion formed by a lack of education. And lack of information on a topic can help foster fear and lead to hatred because it's so unknown. I am so grateful that I live in a time where this can even be discussed, and I am so proud of Scotland for being the first country to have this inclusive education. I think this is going to have such an amazing impact, and I'm so excited to see it in the future.